Hey, so today I'm going to run you through exactly how to fix the underlying issue to your high blood pressure. So you come off medication and you start avoiding the decline, start feeling better, and start reaching your full potential physically and mentally. I'm going to run you through what doctors don't do, and I'll run you through what we do. And I'm going to explain each part, each section which you should be checking. Now, how you do that is you basically need to get your blood work done, which I'm going to run you through now and show you exactly what to do and what to get done, so no one's sort of lying to you and you can fix it yourself. By the way, this is not all doctors. I'm not sort of framing all doctors like this, but most of the time, 95% of the guys, they've got like 10 minutes to see you. They check the numbers, they check a very basic blood panel, which is only normally about 20 markers. They check your cholesterol, a few basic things. They don't even do the main ones like your CRP and your hormone ones, insulin resistance, which I'll run you through in a minute. They don't do that. They just check the basics. And if those numbers are slightly up, great, let's get you on medication. Then that medication leads to another one, and you pretty much don't get off them. I've spoken to guys that are on 10 meds, which is criminal. It's criminal, really. You know, you're just killing people's health through more pills and not fixing them. All right. I mean, the medication industry is a $17 billion industry, right? So it goes without saying what their goal is. Again, this is not all of them. Again, 95% of them are pretty shit. So I'm going to run you through the panel now. On the left hand, on this side here, I'm going to put the full panel and I'm going to run you through it, what you should get checked, and you'll start to educate yourself why your doctors are not doing this, and then you'll learn how to fix the underlying issue and what each bit means. But after watching this, you'll actually get a light bulb moment and think, wow, okay, so I've got to fix these. This is how I fix high blood pressure, because you don't get any answers with your doctor. You'll say to him, instead of going on meds, what are my options? And they're saying not many really. It's part of getting old. Reduce salt, walk more. It's very, very, low information. So you've got the panel here that should be on the screen now. Okay. So what you want to get checked, we do like an 80 blood marker panel. This is a full comprehensive one, right? Because you need to see what is happening under the hood. If someone's trying to advise you nutrition, training, and habit building without looking at your blood work, then they're pretty much just guessing. Okay. That's why we do people's blood work with our patients, and we pretty much lower blood pressure within about 4 weeks. Okay, there's a video in the description down below. You can actually watch that and how we do it, and go along. If you want to click the application and apply for us to do this for yourself, go below. But let's dive into it. So it should be here, right? So you've got iron deficiency. I'll run you through it now. So basically, iron deficiency is this will determine low energy and organ damage. Okay, then below it, as you can see on the corner here, a diabetes screening. Okay, you need to check this because this is your insulin fasting, right? So if you're insulin resistant, if you're watching this and you've got high blood pressure, I can pretty much almost guarantee you are insulin resistant, which means your body doesn't utilize carbohydrate much. Okay, we need to make you insulin sensitive, which means you consume carbs, you digest carbs very well, your body's efficient, it utilizes it, you have good energy. So if this number is low, we know how many carbs to give you, or what kind of carbs, or what training to give you. All right, so this is very important. And you go by that, you have liver enzymes. All right, liver profile. Basically, you won't see any damage, any symptoms from this. With the liver, you might not feel anything, right? But if you don't look at the blood markers, you don't know if your liver's taking a bit of a beating. And if it is, your liver is basically your filter system, right? If that's not working, most things are going to escalate from that, and your body's not going to fully optimize. Okay, so you have to check that. It's a thyroid. Okay, you've got thyroid here. So basically, your thyroid, you know what that is. It determines your metabolism, right? If your thyroid's low, you're going to feel very low on energy. You're not going to recover. Like moody. You're going to hold a lot of visceral fat. So you have to check your thyroid. T3, T4. All right. Then your serum electrolytes. This is really important. Not many people check this, and you can see it down below. I'll explain it to you. So basically, it's your filtration system. Okay, if the numbers are really low on here, your body's not filtering through fluid. Okay, and what this does, it then leads to maybe gut health issues. Most people have gut health issues. In fact, 85% of people who come to us have gut health issues. All right, then you come over here to your lipid profile. Okay, now lipids, LDL. Okay, doctors will give you medication if this is slightly high. LDL, you actually need slightly high LDL. Cholesterol, people don't understand it. Basically, cholesterol is like, say, a security guard at a mall or a club. They patrol, check if everything's in order, and they secure the premises, right? That's a good analogy. Your cholesterol is pretty much like that. Okay, it's patrolling in your body to search for actual diseases. So you actually do need slightly elevated cholesterol. So if someone's saying your cholesterol is high, you need to take a tablet, it's a load of nonsense. Okay, the one you want to check on here, as you can see here, where it says lipid profile, the one that actually matters is VLDL. Okay, this is the one that determines if you've got a shit diet, if you're eating a lot of processed foods, and then you've got triglycerides. All right, this is the one where actually you want this marker to be under. All right, so don't worry about LDL and even HDL. Focus on triglycerides. Then you've got renal profile. Okay, I'm sure you don't really know what sort of renal is. Okay, basically renal is, can you see it, guys? Just on here. All right. Basically, renal exposes kidney stress. All right. Again, people don't really measure this. So if your kidney is just borderline maybe failing, your renal numbers will be quite high. And if you check that, you can detect it before it gets bad, because there's something what's called CKD, chronic kidney disease. If this is high, right, then you can't really fix it when it gets to a certain stage. There is stages to it, but once it gets too bad, unfortunately, you can't really fix CKD, but you have to get to it before it gets to that stage. That's why I like to measure the renal profile. And then you've got hormones. It goes without saying, testosterone. If you've got low testosterone, you're gonna have visceral fat, low energy. That causes all sorts of problems, muscle loss, high blood pressure. So you have to do a hormone profile. Now, I've had patients that have gone to a doctor and asked for this, and they argue and say, why do you need to do this? You don't need to do this, because they know if you get it tested, they're gonna start realizing that you don't need medication, right? So sometimes in some countries, it's hard for people to get these tests because they don't wanna give them. You've got your hormone profile. And then you got, what have you got next? Pancreas. So your pancreas basically is your digestive enzymes, your filtration system. So if these are quite low, or the markers are really out, again, you might not have symptoms, but this can lead to gut health issues again, which I spoke about. All right. If you come back over to the other side, cardiac risk markers. Now, the most important one, probably of all this whole test, which no one measures, is something called CRP. Okay, which is creative protein, right? Now this one marker, this will pretty much explain your whole inflammation in your body. So if this is over 3, then you've got a bit of an issue, and you have to start fixing things. To start fixing the underlying issue through certain training, certain nutrition, all right? And then you've got vitamins, as you can see here. Vitamin D, folic acid, vitamin B12. Now vitamin D, people think this is like a vitamin. Vitamin D is a hormone. If this is low, again, you're going to feel, low energy, not recovery, not sleeping. It's a hormone, so you want to check this. If it's low, you need to get that higher. This is why we check this. Arthritis profile, okay? This will actually, again, no one really measures this. Remember what I told you about autoimmune diseases. So your arthritis profile, this will see if there's actually detects any underlying issues of autoimmune diseases, right? Then you've got mineral profile. Again, it goes without saying, magnesium. I mean, magnesium is probably one of the most important things in your body. It recovers about 300 different components inside the body. I would highly recommend you now to start taking that anyway, 400 milligrams, but there's a few different types of magnesium. Magnesium glycinate is the one you want to take for recovery, take it before bed. Magnesium citronate, that's good for gut health. It's good for digestion if you're struggling with that as well, all right? So this is what you need to get done, guys. It's actually on the side here. You can screenshot it if it's disappeared, go back, take it to your doctors, or you probably want to go privately because they probably won't even do it for you. This is a full comprehensive guide. Once you've got this, you know all the markers to fix, and then you fix that through fixing gut health, certain nutrition, medically designed training. You don't need to be on medication, all right? Again, you can go below and watch the video of how we do this with patients, and then there is an application there if you want us to roadmap this out for you. So it probably saves you years of guessing and an effort, to be honest. And if you want to get it fixed in sort of 4 to 7 weeks, that's pretty much what we do. But look, I hope that helps. Drop a comment if you've got any questions below, and I'll get straight back to you. Take care, guys.